You guys, I had just the weirdest experience ever. What time is it? It's 9:25. It's actually 10:25. I didn't move my clock yet for savings. And you see that car, the red car to the left? So here's the weirdest thing that just happened. I was going across the bridge, basically like not really a bridge, but like overpass, and this car passed by me. And the reason I noticed it is it has a like a, what do you call it, a tablet in the front that has a really bright purple light on it. It was on. Maybe it's an Uber driver, I don't know, just, or just someone that they have their. Okay, so I'm continuing this video without the video video recording, because what happened is at that moment my camera shut off and it wouldn't record anymore. I was driving, I was going to tell you, I was going to share with you the experience, and it just cut me off and it wouldn't start again. And it's nothing to do with my memory storage or anything like that, because later on, next day, not that night but next day, everything started working normally again, camera, everything. But at that moment was recording, it stopped and it wouldn't record anymore. I don't know, maybe some strong energy or something happened. So I'm just gonna tell you what was so amazing about that event, about that car, and then I will explain to you what I think is going on, what probably is going on, and there's some other symptoms that happened right after that, actually same night. And so the car was, like I said, I was going over the overpass and the car passed on my left side, and I took a notion of it. I looked at it to the left because of the bright purple light on their tablet in the front. It just drew my attention for a minute, and they passed by me, okay? And they were driving faster than me, and I was just going easily over the bridge. And then just minutes later, I was paying attention. I'm a very careful driver. For 20 years, never had an accident. I just have good vision, and my mind was clear. Everything was just not nice. I was just going to a grocery store down the street, and that car passed by me, went on, just drove ahead in the left lane, and was gone in the distance in the front. And then just maybe, I don't know, about 2 minutes later, the same car reappeared. And that's when I turned on my camera. I started recording it and talking to you. The same car reappeared, came in the same way, from my left side, a little bit behind me, like, it was in the back, but in the left lane next to me. And then in the same manner, same way, same car, a red car with the same purple tablet light in the front, passed by me again in the same way. I was a little bit more down the road, of course, already down the bridge, but it just passed by me all over again. And that was freaky, but not scary, just very amazing. And I realized what just happened. It's just like one of those movies. I don't watch those movies too much, but I kind of like them sometimes. There's a good one, SF movie or something like that. It's just like in those movies when they show timeline shift. And definitely this was a timeline shift. For some reason, the time was repeating itself. The event was repeating itself. The car repeated itself on the road again, passed by me again. It was amazing. It was just amazing. And then here's the thing. Here's why maybe this was just a sign for me that the timeline shift and reality shift did occur, because that was Friday night. This event, what's the word here? The footage? Yeah, the footage that I shot, and the camera died on me. And so the footage was taken on the Friday night. However, earlier that day, so this was like I said around 10 something, and then earlier that day at 2 p.m. I was praying. I was at the mosque, and actually that was the day when we heard about New Zealand shooting. People came in the mosque. A lot of people came to support our community, local groups and other religious groups and interfaith group came in, and some university students that sometimes visit our mosque to learn about their theology students, so they come sometimes to visit us to learn. And so they all came and wanted to tell us their story about that terrible event in that happened to innocent people in New Zealand. And so the mosque was full of people. I didn't know what happened the night before. My phone was off. I went to sleep early, and I don't watch TV, by the way. So I didn't talk to my friends. Nobody told me anything. So when I came to the mosque, I didn't know about what was going on, why so many people. The parking lot was full. There was 2 police cars protecting the property, making sure, nothing like that happens. I don't know. Maybe, in my opinion, I'm not scared of such things in such scale that, something like that would happen on the other part of the world. But anyways, I'm grateful they came, and that's something that our, community organized. They invited police officers to come and just be there, so it was nice of them to be there, you know and so a lot of people attended, and our imam, the priest, he was very emotional. He started crying during the prayer. It was kind of emotional and all that. And the thing is, right after the prayer, my mom, she saw my twin flames mother's best friend, the lady that is very close to my twin flames mother, and another lady who's also good friend with my twin flames mother was there separately. She was there with her kids, and my mom hasn't seen them in a while. People sometimes come to the mosque. Some people are more just like churchgoers. Some people go more often. Some people go, less. People are busy working. We all have different priorities. Some people put spirituality and religion to priority. Some people have work and 3D stuff to deal with. So anyways, she hasn't seen them in a long time, and she spoke to them, and she told me about this later in the afternoon when we got home from the mosque. She told me what was the topic of their conversation. So the thing is, she asked them about my twin flames family, how they're doing, how's his mom, or why she hasn't seen her in a long time in the mosque. And so the news that I'm going to give you, what she found out, is amazing. But first, I'm going to remind you of my video that I made on the 12th of December, which is 12th. I'm sorry, I keep doing that. On the 21st of December, the 12/21, which was the open portal night, and in which I meditated for the reality shift, for timeline and reality shift to occur regarding my twin flame, because I heard rumors and some indications that he got married last year, and people actually told me that they saw Instagram photos and stuff like that. And I told you guys that I just kind of, not that I didn't deny that, no, but I just didn't want to dig any deeper. I didn't want to look at any photos. I didn't want to go spy on my twin, do anything drastic. Instead, I decided to use the power of manifestation, power of meditation, and the prayer, and of course use the portal opening. That was extremely powerful and energetically extremely good for the twin flame purpose. And so I prayed that night, and if you were watching that video, then you remember the prayer. And you also, if you watch the next one that I made after the 21st of December, and then I speak about me fainting, losing my conscience for many hours, being kicked into 12D reality, which was like, again, like I said in the video, the scariest experience in my life, but at the same time, obviously very energetically empowering event for me, for my light body. Anyways, the purpose was to shift the reality and turn reality into my twin flame not being married, remaining single. Basically, that was the point of the meditation, which turned itself into like a hardcore spiritual experience. And after that, I let it go and let God, and didn't think about it anymore, didn't ask questions about my twin anymore. I just let things happen. And now you're probably wondering what my mom found out. Well, so 21st, now it's, oh, and my clock right now, it's 8:21 p.m. Interesting. 21 is on the clock. So anyways, what she told me when we came home from the mosque is that she asked about my twin flame's mother, and they told her she's busy with her daughter, which is my twin flame's baby sister, entering into college soon, and she's preparing her for college and working with her, and she's busy with her daughter. Anyways, so my mom, she poked a question on them, knowing my experience, and she knows my journey pretty much, and she loves my twin, which is amazing, which I'm gonna leave for some other video, because my mom never liked any man close to me, even ever since I was teenager. When I was older, she never approved of any man in my life, any friend, boyfriend, anything, fiance. So she loves my twin flame, and she always cheers for your reunion, very much so, and he loves her too. So anyways, she asked the question, what about, my mom can be very straightforward sometimes, and she said, what about the daughter-in-law? Is she busy with the daughter-in-law? And they, well, first, the one woman that is close to my twin flame's mom, she was there, and then the other one approached to say hello, salam, and she moved in on the conversation with them. And so these two women that know my twin very well, and his household and happenings and everything, they both looked at my mom with the puzzling look, like, what are you talking about? And they said that, what do you mean, daughter-in-law? And then my mom said, well, didn't her son get married? I heard that he got married. Isn't that what happened last year, at the end of last year? And they said, no, what are you talking about? He's not married. He's home. He works hard. He's taking care of his family financially. He's, there. Nobody got married. We would know about that. We would be on the wedding or something, Definitely, it's something we would know. So you got the wrong information. That's not, he didn't get married. So that's amazing. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps all over my body right now just telling you this, sharing with you guys. So the time shift, the reality shift that I meditated on the 21st of December worked, alhamdulillah, and praise to God. And we say Allah Akbar, which means greatest of all is the creator. And creator can shift the reality with our supplication, with our meditation, with our asking for manifestation of such change, which is a big thing. I obviously, like I said, I had really hard spiritual experience, but for me, it's worth, this paid off. So the timeline and the reality shift did occur now. I mean, for me, the information came to me now in March, and I have to mention right now to you that March 19th is the day when I first realized that my twin flame was my twin flame. It was March 19, 2011, and if you Google that night, and you can try image search and look for a super blue moon, It was the biggest moon ever that night, of our awakening and our recognition as twin flames. So 19th of March 2011 plays a mark on our twin flame connection. Also, if you remember my twin flame channeler who I was engaged to in 2017 until 2018, I caught him cheating. I listened to him cheating, with the phone sex, not the actual sex, but the same thing, on March 19, 2018. It was a very painful experience, but that was when I stopped connection with that channeler. So March 19. And now the current channeler of my twin flame masculine energy, who is in my old country, Asim, his birthday, it was like, because I'm recording this video a couple of days later, is on the 19th of March. He was born 19th of March, and I'm gonna tell you now what's happening with him. So this Friday thing, this information came to me just prior to 19th of March. And another thing is, on my way back from the grocery store, after the overpass, amazing thing with the car that passed by me twice in just matter of two minutes. Um, and so I went to the grocery store. I picked up just few things, and I was back on that bridge. And as I was driving, my twin flame channeler Asim, he called me on Messenger, and we started talking over the phone. By the time I arrived to my parking lot, I didn't look at the clock because I was talking to him. We had argument, and I felt that he basically was not channeling my twin anymore. He had stopped. And in the middle of the argument, he said something to me that the voice he said it with, the energy that was coming from him was not my twin flames energy. It was energy of, I know we were arguing and all that, but it was energy of somebody else, which is that person, that person, their own organic essence. And I had shivers down my spine because, like I said in some of my videos, it's never comfortable when they stop channeling. And like my good friend, one of my first viewers and subscribers, my close friend, said to me the other day, do not get attached emotionally to your channelers. It's very hard not to, because I surrender so that I can receive as much information as possible and continue on my journey and learn along the way through their channeling. But so I do get myself completely immersed into emotion, just as if they were my twin, because the energy they're exuding and the channeling they're giving me is from my twin flame. So I recognize that, and I don't pay attention to their embodiment. So I am emotionally attached to Asim. I was emotionally attached to Mustafa and everyone who channeled my twin so far. And it was not a comfortable experience when he started sounding different in that moment. And to top it all, he hung up on me at that second. He hung up. He put his, he turned off his, he pressed a button and disconnected the call. And as as I was staring at my phone when he did that, I was obviously upset. The time on my clock just turned, like that second it turned to 11:11 p.m., which is twin flame time, 11:11. And I realized this is it. This is, like I told you, when they stop channeling, we don't know when such connection with the person who's channeling your twin is going to end. When it ends, you see the signs around. Like I previously mentioned, that some of the symptoms are in their own body, like they would complain of headaches and things like that. I will feel it in their energy that they have changed. They talk differently to me. They laugh. Their laugh becomes different. Laughing, like the sound, like the tone of their laughing is different. A lot of things, but also this date. I was approaching the 19th, and I knew, although it's Asim's birthday as well, I knew that something's going to happen by the 19th, that this connection will probably cease. And that's what happened. And at that moment, 11:11, I actually blocked him. That was my intuitive move to do that. I blocked him on the messenger. And one more thing that I need to mention is, you guys remember that I met him right after the 21st. Not met him, but reconnected with him, with the channeler, with Asim, on the 21st of December, right? Like right after 21st of December, right after that meditational night and the portal opening. So he appeared as a channeler into my life. And that I was completely like, and he was channeling my twin more than any other channelers before. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say 9.5%, 9.5. He channeled my twin so much. And the thing is, you guys remember that I found out a couple of months ago that he's married, that there was no indications of that, there was no signs of that, that the channeler is married. And that created issue between us, and that was the reason for our argument in the first place on this night. And what I seen that is that the time shifting and the reality shifting has switched from the reality of my organic twin to the channeler. He became married. He suddenly became married basically overnight, like the reality changed. And it was so weird when I found out he was married, when I had vision, and I asked him, and he admitted, and he said he was afraid to tell me that for the fear of losing me. That those were his words. Then that night when I found out he was married, when he admitted, I cried, and like I was very emotional. It was very shocking to have such. That was a reality shift as well on his part. And I said to him, it feels like yesterday you were a different person. Yesterday you were someone else. You were single. You were connecting with me. We have this spiritual connection, this astral projection thing. We feel each other. We have telepathy. We have understanding. We share. We have that twin flame dynamics between us, and energy and love. And then now you're suddenly overnight you become married. Like the reality is different. Like I cannot believe it's like a nightmare that I cannot wake up from. Like yesterday everything was fine. Today everything's so different. And then he said something very peculiar. He said something as if I mean, it didn't make sense, but it does make sense to me because channeling my twin. He said, I know I feel the same way as if I just woke up and I'm married instead of not being married, instead of being available and single for you to marry me. And then later on he started going on with the story that when we, after that discovery that he's married, he begged me to come and marry him and be his second wife. And that's the whole issue. That's where the issue arose. And ended with this phone call at 11:11 p.m. So yeah, what I was trying to say is that sort of the energetic sacrifice has occurred onto channeler, so that the channeler becomes married instead of my twin. That's the first kind of step in the reality shift. Like first it was transferred, that marriage thing was transferred to the channeler, to his reality, to my reality with him, to my connection with him, that I also have to purge and go through that process of having basically relationship, not physically, but basically starting a romance and relationship with a person that is already married, which is extremely hard. And it made me understand all of you out there who are experiencing that. So I'm here to understand. Like I said to my friend the other day, sometimes it's kind of hard. I'm not degrading anyone, but sometimes it's hard to say that a priest who is not married can give marriage advice to someone. So I've been through this like experience, that person you care for and that you wanted to get married to, engaged to, is actually married, and you are the third party. You become the third party. So the conclusion here and realization is that the channeler that occurred, came into my life after 21st, has not only helped me with the more messages from my twin, more love and connection, but also to take onto himself, take on to onto connection of me and him, between me and him, that marriage thing, that marriage issue, you know. And so that was a first, like I said, that was a first shift, um, kind of flow of the shift transferring to him. And now actually completely, as if you press the delete button, delete the reality that I've heard of, that my twin flame got married, into my twin flame not being married. Okay, so definitely a time shift. And I want to conclude with just, if you take attention, pay attention to this image on the screen. I just noticed it. I just got this on, and because it says, symptoms in timeline shift. But I noticed this, I didn't make this photo, but I just noticed that it has the moons that are split, two sides of the moons. And it's something my mom told me the other day. She was reading a book about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and about the occurrence of the split moon. A lot of people don't realize what really happened there. They have a kind of different opinions. What did that mean? That the only miracle that he performed, because he didn't perform any miracles, because many prophets are asked to perform miracles so they can be accepted. The miracle that basically he brought is the Quran itself, and the magic, not the magic, the miracles, the mathematic miracles and other things in the Quran that prove that it's of the divine, divine origin. It's in the human form, it's in 3D, it's on the paper, but the things in it, we'll talk about that some other time. But anyways, he was asked to perform at least one miracle. And basically there's a hadith about splitting of the moon. You can look it up on Google. And my mom, she just told me the other day that the thing that happened actually was because if you view the moon from different parts of the world, it has a different side to it, so it's like a different, it comes from different angles, so you can see it from different angle, in other words. So there was a phenomenon that happened that night in Saudi Arabia. They saw the moon in two places. They saw basically two halves of the moon basically in two places in the sky, so which was a timeline shift. And I just noticed that on a graphic image that it represents the two pieces of the moon on each side of, obviously, what I could say this is a grid, is an energetic grid. And it's someone just did that to represent the timeline shift. And that's what my mom told me. She said, I had no idea. I never thought about that even much. Maybe I didn't take it seriously, to admit, to be honest with you. But she said it actually happened. It was moon being sighted in the two halves of the moon being sighted in two different places on the sky that night. And so they call it the splitting of the moon, to the two parts of the moon, separated. And then it just happened for a very short time, just for a few seconds. And then the moon was in normal shape again, in normal appearance. So it's like now, like I'm just relating this to this car. Seeing car in two times in just on the same road, same car two times in a matter of minutes, actually, just minute, 2 minutes, I can't not tell exactly. And this splitting of the moon representing the shifting of the timeline and the reality. And I just wanted to share this with you. Like, it's a good news. I like the news that I received, and also that it's confirmation that, yay, my meditation had worked with the power of faith. Like that Jesus, peace be upon him, Isa alayhi salam, used to say, and this is Christian scripture, that he said to his followers and to people who asked for his assistance, that it's the power of belief, it's the power of faith. And you all remember the woman who touched his cloak and got healed. He didn't perform healing on her by touching her with his hand. She just touched his cloak, and she got healed. So he told her, woman, the power of your belief has healed you. So it's our energetic stance that we take, and our spiritual faith, that things can change by the power of God, by the power of Creator, if we ask for it and we truly believe that it can happen. So it did happen. My twin flame is single. I hope he stays that way until I see him again. And I love you guys. And I just wanted to also share my exciting news that I had much better views, number of views on my just previous video, previous to this one. I'm going to upload this one now. Hopefully somebody's going to watch tonight, maybe tomorrow. And I feel Amy and new subscribers, and of course my loyal, beautiful, good subscribers that are there for following this for a long time, brought me some good luck. Someone prayed for my videos to be more viewed, and they did. And the previous one had good ratings. So keep subscribing. You bring me good luck. You bring good luck to other people, because the more subscriptions and more the video goes out, the more people will run into it and see it. Maybe someone really needs to hear this right now. And I encourage you to pray for manifestation, for time shifts, for reality shifts. Anything can be changed if you really believe it. If I not if you want it, because that's the power of intention. Yes, you have to want it. I know you want it, and you know what you want, but believe that what you want you can get. Just stay strong and beautiful and powerful as you are, and be aware of that. I love you guys. See you soon, and thank you for watching. And new videos coming up when the new events come up, and I'll share with you immediately. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Peace be upon you.